Are you familiar with the fact that the small intestine is about 3 times the length of your body, the longest part of the digestive tract, and absorbs about 90% of body's nutrients? When we eat food, it is held in our small intestine for about 4 hours. The small intestine is the main site for the digestion of food and the absorption of the products of this digestion. It is a tube 2.5 centimeter in diameter and approximately 4 meter in length, and comprises the duodenum, which is the proximal part of small intestine, middle part called as jejunum, and distal part known as ileum. The lining of the small intestine is folded into many small, finger-like projections called villi. It also has many projections called as microvilli or brush border. The surface of the villi is covered with a layer of epithelial cells. Each villus also consists of capillaries and a blind-ended lymphatic vessel called as lacteal. It also contains nerves, and between the villi lies some small glands called crypts, which can secrete up to 3 liters of hypotonic fluid per day. It consists of muscularis layer, subserosa, and the outermost layer, the serosa. Crypts of Lieberkühn, or intestinal glands, are simple tubular glands of intestine. Intestinal glands do not penetrate the muscularis mucosa of the intestinal wall, but open into the lumen of intestine between the villi. Intestinal glands are lined by columnar cells. Lining of each gland is continuous with epithelial lining of the villi. Epithelial cells lining the intestinal glands undergo division by mitosis at a faster rate. Newly formed cells push the older cells upward over the lining of villi. These cells which move to villi are called enterocytes. These enterocytes secrete the enzymes, and old enterocytes are continuously shed into lumen along with enzymes. Now there are different types of cells interposed between columnar cells of intestinal glands. Argentaphin cells or enterochromaffin cells, which secrete intrinsic factor of Castle, goblet cells, which secrete mucus, and Paneth cells, which secrete the cytokines called defensins. It also consists of transit amplifying cells, and zone of extrusion is also visible. There is a constant turnover of epithelial cells within the gastrointestinal tract, with the small intestine epithelium totally replacing itself approximately every 6 days. In addition to intestinal glands, the first part of duodenum contains some mucus glands, which are called Brunner glands. These glands penetrate muscularis mucosa and extend up to the submucous coat of the intestinal wall. Brunner glands open into the lumen of intestine directly and secrete mucus and traces of enzymes as well. So, that was an introduction to small intestines. And to dive deeper into the physiology of small intestine, stick around.